Good, happy Friday morning, July 30th, 2021. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Friday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and get this Friday off to a good start, so grab that cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Friday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. So let's begin and let's get started right now. We have a lot of stuff to talk about this Friday morning, so let's begin. First up, Biden announces new vaccine requirements for federal workers. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
New Budweiser Summer Patriotic cans are here to give you a red, white.
President Biden using the power of his office, hoping to convince the unvaccinated to get those shots. The White House announcing today that more than 4 million federal employees will have to show proof of vaccination or follow strict testing protocols. The president calling it an American tragedy that people are dying who do not need to die. And he is hoping to convince private companies to follow suit. Google, Facebook, Netflix, and others already asking their employees to be vaccinated. The surge in cases may already be convincing some who are reluctant to be vaccinated. The U.S. now averaging over 600,000 shots a day in the past week alone, up 18%. Tonight, 189 million people have received at least one dose, nearly 67% of people 12 and older. And a big test this weekend. The Lollapalooza Music Festival in Chicago expecting 100,000 people a day. And now new questions tonight about booster shots. The president weighing in on that as well. And ABC's Alex Perez leads us off from Chicago.
Tonight, with the U.S. nearing COVID case numbers similar to last summer's surge, President Biden putting the pressure on federal workers to get vaccinated.
Every federal government employee will be asked to attest to their vaccination status. Anyone who does not attest or is not vaccinated will be required to mask no matter where they work.
The requirement impacting more than 4 million workers, including federal contractors and members of the military. The U.S. government, the largest employer in the country. Biden pushing the private sector hard to do more on mandates.
We all want our lives to get back to normal. And fully vaccinated workplaces will make that happen more quickly and more successfully.
The president also urging states to give $100 vaccine incentives to each person who gets a shot. His announcement coming as the pace of vaccinations picks up, with over 2.7 million new shots administered just in the last week, up nearly 18% from the previous week. Still, the U.S. is now averaging nearly 62,000 new cases a day. Major companies like Facebook, Google, and Netflix taking action, all announcing they will require most employees to be vaccinated. Walt Disney and Disneyland reinstating their mask policies starting Friday for everyone age 2 and up, regardless of vaccination status. Disney is the parent company of ABC. Today, Arkansas's governor reinstating its public health emergency, saying he will call a special session to overturn a ban on mask mandates for K through 12 public schools. The state also asking the White House to send a surge response team. And in Chicago, the 4-day music festival Lollapalooza kicking off just hours ago. About 100,000 people expected each day.
I got vaccinated. I made sure the people that I'm with are vaccinated. I'm going to have a mask with me.
The Delta variant is spreading through the U.S. The number of hospitalizations nearly matching where they were last August, as over 33,000 received treatment, 10,000 more than a week ago. Our Trevor Alt was at Florida's Tampa General, where nearly all of the COVID patients are unvaccinated, and the average age is in the 40s.
Feels like it's an impending storm. I don't think there's anything that's there's no off-ramp and just getting worse, unfortunately.
And as we learn more about breakthrough infections, the CDC now recommending vaccinated people be tested if they come in contact with someone with COVID, even if they have no symptoms. And Pfizer making the case for booster shots, revealing new data shows after 6 months, their vaccine's efficacy dropped from 96% to 84%. That data from March, before the Delta variant became the dominant strain. But some health experts saying not so fast.
I still do think booster shots may be needed for frail elderly, certainly for the immunocompromised. But I don't believe right now, based on the data, that kind of broad general population is going to need it.
And Alex Presence with us live from outside Lollapalooza there in Chicago. Alex, health officials are saying they are taking precautions to ensure everyone's safety there, but there are still serious concerns about possible outbreaks.
Yes, Cecilia, authorities taking this very seriously, saying they are very concerned. As you heard me say, everyone who shows up here at the festival must have proof of a vaccine or a negative COVID test in order to get into the festival. The Biden administration stressing again today that this right now appears to be a pandemic among the unvaccinated, and that the concern is very real. Cecilia?
Very real concern indeed.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. American Soon Lee takes Olympic gold medal in gymnastics. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Movie night.
Should have been watching the stove instead.
Tell me something I don't know.
With your Farmer's Policy Perk guaranteed replacement cost, your home can be rebuilt regardless of your limits.
That's really something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmer's Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The Olympics and Team USA, the surprising victory for gymnast Suni Lee stepping in for Simone Biles. And in the pool, swimmer Caleb Dressel winning by a mere fraction of a second, setting a new Olympic record. But those COVID dangers still loom. An American pole vaulter, the latest now to test positive. ABC's James Longman has the latest from Tokyo.
Tonight, a stunning triumph in Tokyo as 18-year-old Minnesota native Suni Lee takes home the gold medal in the women's gymnastics all-round competition. She's now the fifth American in a row to win gold in the event.
This medal definitely means a lot to me because there was a point in time where I wanted to quit and I just didn't think I would ever get here.
Lee vaulted to victory with Simone Biles cheering her on from the stands after she left the event to focus on her mental health. Biles tweeting overnight, "The outpouring love and support I received has made me realize I'm more than my accomplishments and gymnastics, which I never truly believed before."
Gets that control.
Wow! Biles' absence opened the door for Lee and the 23 other women in the competition. Lee is the youngest member of the US women's gymnastics team and the first ever Hmong American Olympian. And with her victory is now not only the face of her community, but the new face of US women's gymnastics.
I can't find the words to express it, how happy, how important that was to me and my family and the whole Hmong community throughout the world.
Today, Lee tweeting, "The people I do it all for, I love you all." And in the pool, a new Olympic record set by Florida native Caleb Dressel.
Dressel trying to hang on down the stretch here.
The 24-year-old winning his second gold medal by 6/100ths of a second in the 100-meter free. Afterwards, Dressel emotional, celebrating his victory with his family, watching thousands of miles away.
Love you too, thank you guys.
But among all the medals and celebrations, COVID still looms. 24 new cases have been reported from inside the Olympic bubble, bringing that total to 198. US pole vaulter Sam Kendricks is one of them. It's been an agonizing run for the world champion, who's now the 7th US athlete to test positive, and he'll now miss competing in these Olympic Games.
Heartbreaking break, and James, of course, is joining us now from Tokyo. James, Team USA now at 38 medals after that stunner from Suni Lee. The U.S. currently in the lead. Who do you have your eye on now?
Well, Cecilia, the US has a few opportunities to increase the medal count in the pool swimming finals today. Track and field events begin today as well, and the US women's soccer team, they go up against the Netherlands in the first of the knockout rounds. Cecilia?
I'll be watching closely, James. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Biden calls on Congress to extend eviction notices. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? Oh. So what are you waiting for? Michaela Maroney to get your Frisbee off the roof?
I'll get it.
Wow. Geico. See all the ways you could save.
There you go.
The dire situation for millions of American families as a pandemic-era eviction moratorium ends on Saturday. The Supreme Court has signaled it can't be extended without an act of Congress, but with Congress heading toward their summer break, that possibility appears to be slim. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
Millions of Americans who, because of the pandemic, are having trouble paying the rent are watching the clock run out tonight on rules that keep them from getting evicted from their homes. If no one in Washington does anything about it in time, the federal hold on evictions will expire on Saturday. Giovanni Bush is a lawyer in Florida who says he's working with hundreds of renters who could get thrown out into the street.
A lot of people that are facing eviction are very much in the process of not knowing what to do and trying to figure out where their kids will go to school the next couple of months if they're going to be evicted.
The Trump administration put the eviction moratorium in place last summer, and public health officials at the CDC in Atlanta have extended it 3 times, saying last month that this was their final extension of the moratorium. Adding insult to injury, money that Congress has set aside to help renters in trouble isn't getting to these Americans. Of the $47 billion, only about $3 billion has made its way to renters through their states and cities. In New York State, for example, they've handed out almost none of this money. Democratic lawmakers in Congress are trying to rush together a plan that would extend the hold on evictions until the end of the year, but they're running out of time. The House goes on recess tomorrow, and anything they come up with would have to pass through the Senate by Saturday. Cecilia?
Clock is definitely ticking. Okay, Steve, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. And here's a look at the weather for this Friday across the United States. As you can see, green, 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 and green, and all this green here. That is rain/thunderstorms. And then in the red is some heavy rain/flash flooding possible. And then all of this gray and this gray here and this gray here is all dry. No precipitation in sight. So that is good news for those people, but some precipitation in some areas. So that is a look at your weather across the United States for this Friday. Happy Friday and happy TGIF. And let's switch gears now. And let's take a look at this. Prince Superfans get the surprise of a lifetime. Let's take a look at that video right now from ABC News. Good Morning America.
He's been here since December. You left him that mug of Dunkin' with his cookies that night. There's no Dunkin' on the North Pole. I'm gonna say something. You should.
And a GMA 3 exclusive for you now. Never before heard music from, yes, the artist you're hearing right now. You know that song knowing well. We got a new one for you now. Straight from his posthumous album, Welcome to America. We surprised 2 Prince superfans with a trip of a lifetime, actually, to experience this exclusive listening session in person. ABC's Trevor Alton went along with these Purple Disciples on their VIP journey to Paisley Park.
I promise I won't make you two fight to the death over who's the biggest Prince fan. Can you just tell me where your love of Prince started and how it evolved over the years?
His message was always like, whatever color, whatever size, whatever gender, whatever you are, it's love each other.
Of course. Yolanda, I see you nodding along. I mean, you would blast Prince in the car after cancer treatments, right?
My drips for 6 hours, and I would have him plugged into my laptop and jam out.
Have either of you been to Paisley Park?
I planned on going, and I had my second bout of cancer, so I was unable to go, but I would love to go.
My plan was to go to Paisley Park. I was so excited to go, and then COVID came. The pandemic has changed everything, and I was very sad, but I also believe, like Prince, that all things will come in due time.
We think that it's a travesty that the two of you, diehard Prince superfans, have not been to Paisley Park. So we have arranged for both of you to join us at Paisley Park in Minnesota.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Very serious.
Oh my gosh,
I can't even believe this right now.
Welcome to Paisley Park. How you feeling? I'm going to bring it in then, all right?
Yep.
Of course. Are you ready to meet Felicia?
Yes, I am. I'm so excited. Hey, Felicia! Look at your purple. Look at you.
So nice to meet you.
I know, you too. I can feel the spirit with us here.
Filled with excitement and, of course, dressed in purple, Felicia and Alonda entered Paisley Park ready to witness the power of Prince up close through thousands of artifacts from Prince's life, the tour of his private concert venue and recording studio.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, look. Oh my God. Look at all of them. Look at those. Oh God.
Welcome to America.
Yes. And look sexy. Yes.
Welcome to America.
Except inside America, that's the only place I know. Transformation happens deep within. Yes.
Incidentally, this is our final big surprise. Inside here we have people who worked on the album, the vocalists, we have the music director, and they're playing some exclusive cuts from the new album. Here we go.
Hi. Welcome. Oh, Amanda, hi. Nice to meet you. Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hey.
I do need a minute for some.
We're out here.
All right, let's get it.
Welcome to So you guys have heard those first two before, right?
Yes.
This next one, I don't think really anybody's heard.
This is called Same Page, Different Book.
Hey.
Same page, but different. So much more in common. If you only look. Chapter, verse, which came first. Thinking too slow, I capture purpose. Faith, law, good deeds, practicing with you free. Between you and me, TV and reality, there's only one God, one God, whatever they we do. Only matters when it comes to what. What are we fighting for?
I was so lucky to work with Prince. I feel lucky that I feel like being here with all of you in this room. That's how it feels. It was like a divine intervention. I was like, I feel like I've known her for all my life.
I love that. It's that purple connection, man. It's deep. It's really deep.
Purple connection.
Just wow. How did I not get that assignment? Our big thanks to Morris Shelby, Elisa, Liv, and the folks at Paisley Park for giving these Prince superfans a day they will absolutely never, ever forget. Prince's posthumous album, Welcome to America, out everywhere, starting tomorrow. And I just realized I don't have enough shoes with heels. I got to work on that collection.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robert.
Okay, there you go. Very cool indeed. Wow. And let's switch gears now and let's go into some entertainment news. And in your entertainment news, Kelly Clarkson ordered to pay her ex almost $200,000 per month in support. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
What time is sunset today?
Today, sunset is at 8:43 p.m.
Take me to the closest tennis court.
Make the most of your game with Google.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
My personal life is kind of like, divorce is a really thing. It's horrible.
Horrible and expensive. E.T. has learned that Kelly, who was spotted today looking somber as she headed to work, has been ordered to pay her estranged husband, Brandon Blackstock, nearly $200,000 a month. That breaks down to $150,000 in spousal support and $45,000 in child support for their kids, Remy and River. That huge payout is interesting considering Kelly actually has primary physical custody. E.T. has also learned Brandon is no longer a producer on Kelly's talk show.
I care 100% more about my children than I do anything else on this planet.
Kelly's worth an estimated $45 million. How do her payouts compare to other A-listers? Well, if you look at just Kelly's child support, that $45,000 figure is close to what Britney Spears pays her ex Kevin Federline. Brit, who's worth about $60 million, pays $40,000 a month.
It's all about the kids, that's what it's for.
Unlike Kelly's case, Britney's boys, Jaden and Preston, spend most of their time with their dad.
They're supposed to be able to live a life that they're accustomed to.
Paying way less than Kelly, actress Halle Berry. She and her ex, Gabriel Aubrey, were never actually married, but they have joint custody of their daughter, Nala. Halle was recently paying the Canadian model $16,000 a month in child support. All that pales in comparison to Dr. Dre, who was ordered to pay almost $300,000 a month in spousal support to his ex, Nicole Young. Child support is not a factor since their kids are no longer minors. Dre's reportedly worth $820 million.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Thank you for joining us for this morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Have a great rest of your day and have a wonderful weekend as well. See you back here next time for another edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Bye now.